You should check out the moon.
Oh, that would require getting up.
Yeah.
It's over there.
Yeah.
Happy end of the week, everyone. I'm Glenn Kubish, still in Edmonton, with 3 things that made me happy or grateful this week. I do this not to not see all the tough stuff that's going on, but to remind myself to look for other things too. Things this week like, number 1, top of the list, the moon in the morning. Let me back into this. Anton Chekhov has a short story called The Man in a Case. As far as I can tell, it's about the way things are. It's about just how it is. Birkin, the schoolmaster, has told a remarkable story to his friend Ivan Ivanovich about the way we lose our way by finding things that fit and that make us feel comfortable in our lives. Anyways, it's midnight. Birkin walks out of the barn, and there's the moon. "What a moon," he said, looking upward. I love the way the narrator there doesn't just leave it at Birkin saying, "What a moon." We are told something else. We are told what he did. He looked upward. His body changed position. I was walking downstairs Tuesday morning to get my laptop and start the workday. I glanced out the back door window, and there, in the west, hung the moon. If I looked at it from a certain tilt of my head, the moon got all mixed up in the wires between the poles in the back lane, like one whole note in a haywire staff of music. And the moon still has pull. It put my shoes on me, it put a phone in my hand, it unlocked the back door, and it drew me outside to watch it and take a few pics. I could hear the traffic on 149th Street. "What a moon," I said, looking upward. Number 2, shrimp in the evening. We bought some fresh shrimp from the seafood shop on 167th Street. These days, Sheila spends a lot of her time on Milk Street. Following a recipe from Christopher Kimball and Diana Kennedy, we cooked a nice dish of shrimp in chipotle sauce and made some hot, tasty tacos. As the chilies came out of the can, as tomato sauce took shape in the food processor, as the shrimp went from gray-black to orange in the skillet, my thoughts went back to other kitchens. The kitchen in our old apartment, the kitchen in the house I grew up in, my grandparents' kitchens too. I think it's all the containers in kitchens. They hold memories. It's pretty clear I'm not a neurosurgeon. I sometimes think, though, that when science unlocks the mystery of memory and paints us a picture of what's going on inside of us, it'll look a bit like Sheila's kitchen as dinner takes shape.
I think I remember our kitchen in my home where I grew up, but I also remember my first apartment when we used to cook a lot, and I had a cookbook called Cooking for One or Two, and there was good stuff in there. Sometimes we would cook together, you and I. What's stuff happening when you're cooking? All your senses are engaged. In fact, you also have to hear the food, and so I have a kind of a habit of listening to music or a podcast while I'm cooking, but that's not good because you have to hear the sizzle and see when it's done, and you have to hear when things are gurgling.
Better than a memory stick? A memory stick of sizzling butter. And number 3, a gift in the mail. Really, what's better than a surprise package in the mail? In the mail, I mean, not the email mail. We got a parcel from our friends Dave and Patty in Tulsa. Sheila ripped open the manila envelope, padded for the journey. It's a book. Which book? A Way with Words, an irreverent tour through the world of pun competitions by Joe Berkowitz. I opened the book, and sure enough, Dave had sent a nice little handwritten message in his scratchy hand. We were undergrads together, David and I. His handwriting took me back. Its form carried its own message, quite apart from the words that he wrote that I'm still trying to make out. Writing is like that, maybe. It's unique. It's from the hand. It's not keystroking. It has presence and a kind of being. What's better than a surprise package in the mail? Handwriting and ink from a friend are better. I hope you all have a signature weekend, friends. See you next time.